Hey, welcome to the shop, everybody, and happy Veterans Day. Here we are on a nice Saturday for Veterans Day. Nice weather outside, at least here it is. And we've got a good lotto. I've been excited about this one. When we found out that this was going to be a true, in all forms of the word, lotto, I got pretty excited about it. So I am really happy to say that these are just going to be shipped out, no cost to these guys and gals that entered, and I'm really excited about that. So let me show you guys one. This one is the Coast Guard knife. We'll do those guys first, but wanted to show you these knives one more time. Here's the thing I love about it. I'm going to put this close to my microphone because when these just drop, it just gives that nice little clunk. It's one thing I love about frame locks. These ones have hand rub magnet cut blades, so they should hold up really well. Frame lock. It's got the thumb stud as well as the flipper tab. Make sure that you don't push on that lock bar when you try and flip it. But the Hawk Action is probably one of my favorites. Since I revamped it, it really turned out to be a really nice one. Even with the little, you can see it's got the little kind of micro tab. It's enough to get a purchase on there. So really excited to get these in the hands of some people, and I want to see these suckers get used. I'm excited for that. So let's, without further ado, get to the drawing on this. I will draw one person per branch. Now, I know, because I do know a few of you that are in Space Force. I've talked to some of you that, you know, as you were going into Space Force, kind of coming from Air Force, I didn't have any requests for one this year, and so I didn't make a Space Force knife. I just kind of, I don't know, this may be like total blasphemy or whatever in the military world, but I kind of pushed it into the Air Force knife. If you wanted it, it's probably terrible. Everybody in Space Force probably hates me now, but I didn't have anybody come in for it, so I didn't make one of the knives. But at any rate, we've got the 5 branches, and I want to start with Coast Guard, because we actually did get some. Now, in the years past when I've done this one, I have not had anyone enter in on the regular lottos for Coast Guard, except for one year I did, which was I think it was last year. I had one Coast Guard enter in, and so he by default got the knife, and I had to make it after the fact because I didn't have one made at the time. So at any rate, we've got it this time, and I do have 3. A couple of you guys posted in the group some pretty awesome pictures of some of the stuff you've done. So we've got our 3. Let's go down here to our handy dandy random number generator, and let's see who we got. 1 out of 3 chance, man. That's as good as it gets on a lotto, just about. And number 1 gets it. So William, I'm not even gonna mess up your name, but Rainbow the second. It's a good enough, badass enough name that you said you've got a second person with the same name. So you are our winner on the Coast Guard knife. Now let's jump to our, what are we? Let me see here. This is Air Force. So we've got 33, and I'm going to go from 2 to 33, and I'll refresh this page just so that it's fresh. 2, 33. Okay, let's generate this guy. Number 10, Matthew Negret. You have the Air Force knife. And then we're going, this should be Marines, right? Yes. So here we have 39. I'm going to refresh this page again just to make it clean. 2 to 39. And 39. There you go. David Hargis, my man, you have the Marine Corps knife. Very cool. Now you can share it in the Veterans EDC group. That'll be awesome. Next one up is, this should be the Navy. Let's refresh it again. Got a special place in my heart for the Navy. My grandpa and my cousin both served in the Navy. My grandpa Here's a funny story. I found this out because I was talking to my dad. My grandpa passed away, it's probably been about 15 years ago or so, 12, 13, right around there. It's been a while. And he was kind of the grandpa that I didn't have much to do with, and I think I understand why, because of what he went through in World War II. But during World War II, he was a gunner on a Navy supply ship that was going from this, back and forth across the Atlantic. And he actually shot down some kamikaze planes. And he had this laugh. It was kind of a cackle. And I didn't really like it that much when I was a kid because he was kind of mean. But I'll give him a pass now because I kind of know. But his nickname was Ha Ha Machine Gun Ozer. That was his nickname, or his call sign, as you'd say it now. That was it. So I got a real kick out of that when I found that out from my dad. I didn't know that until just recently when I was talking to him about it. So, special place in my heart for the Navy. Let's see who gets this one. We're going to go from 2 to 33. And let's generate number 8. Bradley Freeman, you've got our Navy. And last but not least, and the pot shot, I'm guessing that's you, Tim. Yeah, we accept them. Most of them came from the Air Force, so yeah, it seems like that seems to be the case, so that's good. All right, last one is Army. Another one that's dear to my heart. My other grandpa on my mom's side, he served in the Army. He was, ironically enough, a machinist. He made parts for tanks. I don't have a lot of stories about him because our understanding, at least from him, is that he stayed stateside and did his work here. But there are rumors from others that he actually did make it into theater and did some work there. Maybe not because he was a mechanic and a machinist, so kind of behind the scenes a little bit, but that he made it over there. So maybe. So him and my uncle are both Army. My uncle was in Desert Storm in the 90s. I remember him going across when I was a kid and kicking butt and taking names there. So this is our biggest group, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go from 2 down to 52. Let's refresh this one up. 2 to 52. And 36, right there in the middle. Sean Benson. You are our winner in the Army knife. And I had seen a question on here, Bruce Kilroy. Yeah, there's a Veterans EDC group. If you get in touch with Billy Shreve, he can take care of you. He's in our group on Facebook. He's on Instagram. And then also David Hargis. I think they're both kind of managing admins in the group. So reach out to those two guys. I will try and actually post a link on there in somewhere later on and let you know. So just to recap, Army knife goes to Sean Benson. Brad Freeman gets the Navy. David Hargis gets the Marine Corps knife. Matt Negrete gets the Air Force knife. And then William Rando, maybe I'm close, I don't know. You can correct me. The second, he gets our Coast Guard knife. So congratulations, guys. Again, for all of you, I wish I had enough knives to give to everyone. Thank you all for what you've done. I posted this earlier, but it really hit home to me today. It was early in the morning, and I was out with my boys. Our neighborhood puts up flags, and so they kind of leave that up to the young men to do, and I help my boys kind of drive around and pound the stakes in the ground and put a flag in everybody's front yard. And it was just a peaceful, quiet, clear, blue sky morning. The sun, it was a beautiful sunrise, and I was just contemplating the fact that I got to enjoy that because of so many sacrifices that have been made. And so that's why I do this Lotto. I love it. I enjoy it. I'll always do it. It's become a tradition that will stay. And I cross my fingers that whether because I'm able to do them for free or because other people are generous with their donations, that we can continue to have free knives going out to vets, because I think it's awesome. Veterans and active duty both is fantastic. But thanks again, everybody, for joining in. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's kind of cold for barbecues in some places like here, but hopefully you can get together and trade stories, spend time with those that have made big sacrifices for our country, and hopefully, most important, you get to enjoy this country and the freedoms and wonderful things that we have here. So I'll reach out to everyone. I will send out just a quick message, however, whatever way you've said, and then I'll just be asking for your address, and I'll get these shipped out Monday morning, and they'll be headed your way so that you can get them next week and enjoy. I hope you all have a great weekend, and watch for next week. I will have another lotto, a regular lotto next week, which will come with an announcement. Some things are changing. So hopefully changing for the better, and it will be a good thing for everyone. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.